Hey guys, I'm going to be going over the learning outcome regarding overlearning and how overlearning strategies can affect learning procedural skills as well as dynamic balance skills. So overlearning is essentially you meeting the criteria that either a teacher or a coach has set, and you've already passed that set point of what's sufficient and expected of you, and you were considered good at that skill. So once you go past that, you're it's called overlearning. So for procedural skills are skills where you have to essentially know the procedures. So you have to know the movements that are required or whatever it is that's required in order to perform the skill. So according to the textbook, they were saying that in the Army, they were having difficulty with their cadets or whoever being able to remember a certain skill. So they practice overlearning, having them meet that criteria, that point of where they learned the skill, and then passing it either immediately when they were initially practicing it, so they would essentially double the practice, or they would have a refresher course weeks after they had already initially practiced it. And they found that by overlearning, they were able to retain the information better at a later point. Although they did find that there was no difference between whether they learned it, they overlearned the skill initially when they were presented the first information or later on. As far as the overlearning strategies for dynamic balance skills, they they found that you can actually hit a certain point where overlearning is no longer helpful, and it's diminishing the ability to retain the info. So they believe they overlearned the skill in groups of 50%, 100%, and 200%. And they found that there was no difference between the 50% and the 200%. And that once you reach a certain point, essentially it's just stating that you're no longer learning it. There's nothing cognitive. It's just you're just doing it just to do it. And there's nothing being gained in the moment. So yeah.